Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to go over underglaze transfers today. Underglaze is kind of like a colored slip. You can use it for decoration and other things. It will affect your glazes, so be aware of that. As you can see, we've already tried this 3 times and failed miserably, so here's the 4th go. We want to make sure we shake up our underglaze really well, make sure it's mixed, squeeze out a dollop. Remember, you can always get more. And then I have this fun kind of calligraphic paintbrush that I'm going to use, and we're going to do just kind of like a simple koi fish design. As you can see, it's pretty loose. It's not super detailed or anything like that. This is just kind of showing you what we're able to do with it. Now, the biggest thing I ran into with the first 3 attempts is I was far too impatient. I did not wait for the underglaze to dry completely. So this time, we're going to let it dry. Now that it's completely dry, we're going to come back to it, make sure it doesn't have any damp spots, the paper's completely dry. This will give you a more even transfer. We're going to go ahead and grab our plate or our slab that we're transferring this onto. And then the first thing that we're going to do is go ahead and grab our sponge, get it just a little bit wet, and then we're going to wet our work surface so the paper sticks, and so that underglaze starts to get a little bit more reconstituted so it will transfer. So you can see I'm just dampening it slightly, and then you want to dry it out so it's just barely wet. Then you can go ahead and put your transfer paper upside down on the surface. Then we're going to try and stick it down a little bit, grab your wet sponge, not dripping wet, but just a little bit wet. And then we're going to press this down on the paper to get that paper nice and wet. You want even coverage with good pressure. You don't want to rip the paper, but you want to push down hard enough that the underglaze will transfer. This may take you a couple different times to do it. That's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It took me, this is the 4th time. Once you've transferred that, go ahead and take your rib, or you can even just use your finger and just smooth out those areas, press them down into the clay. And then once you feel like you've got pretty good contact, you can go ahead and peel it back off. And there you have it. It's not a perfect transfer, but 4th time is the charm. There you go.